All right, all right, all right. I am Jeff Townsend from Jeff Townsend Media, and I am super excited about this new podcast, The Austin Aries Show. Yes, Austin Aries, the one and only, but we're going to go digging in deeper than that. The character you know is Austin Aries. We're going to learn a whole lot more about him. With that being said, man, I'm super excited to do this podcast with you.
You said you're super excited, but you didn't sound super excited. Where's the energy, Jeff? I know it's been a long day. You've had a busy day. You got what, 3 kids?
I've got 3 kids, yep.
3 kids. Probably tuckered you out. But yes, it's the Austin Aries Show, and I'm your host.
The Austin Aries
Austin Aries. My the man that's running the traffic for me, Jeff Townsend, the podcast godfather, if you will. Is that right? Right?
Sure, I'll take it, yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Kind of that guiding light to some people, maybe.
And,
I don't know.
I'm Austin Aries. I mean, I'm not really Austin Aries. That's a fictional wrestling character, right? My real name's Daniel, and on this show, while it's going to be called the Austin Aries Show, we're going to get a glimpse into the man behind Austin Aries, which is me, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm excited. And I actually sound excited, not like you, who sounded like he just drank a bottle of Benadryl and then said, I'm really excited for this. Here's my friend, Austin Aries.
No, it's Duster, man. No, I'm just kidding. No, so we've been talking about doing this podcast for a while, but why was it important for you to do it, man? Like you just said, to get into, like, is it just to kind of like express your feelings on things, or people to get to know you more, or all the above?
Well, you know, Jeff, funny thing is I've been talking about doing a podcast, or been having discussions around doing a podcast for probably about 5 years now. After I left WWE, I went and did Chris Jericho's podcast. And after I did that, actually Chris called me and asked if I wanted to do a podcast on what was going to be his network, right? So I actually went to LA and I filmed a few pilots, and but it just didn't feel right. And we had some logistical issues as far as where I was living at the time, and my head just wasn't in it, and so I kind of tabled it for the time being. And something I've thought about. Obviously, the podcast space is huge, and what it does is it really it provides us a platform to speak, to have our voice be heard. And for me, a lot of things have been said about me, a lot of things have been written about me over my career, and but nobody's really got to hear much from the man himself. So here's an opportunity for me to have a platform, sort of level the playing field, if you will, so that I have an equal voice and people can hear authentically from Dan and what he's about. And, maybe along the way, just dispel some of these rumors and myths or things that have been perpetuated through the other sources. So, it just felt like, the timing was right. You reached out to me, and you obviously have a long history in the podcast space. You've been doing this, 14 years, if I'm not mistaken?
Over 15 now.
Yeah, in the podcast world. And so we had a good conversation, and I thought you'd be a good man because, the one thing for me, I can talk, but I can't do all the technical stuff, right? And that was always for me the difficulty of doing my own podcast, was doing all the back end stuff. And obviously having someone of your caliber who's got the experience doing this, and I think it'll be a good compliment. And you're a wrestling fan also, so we'll definitely be talking about some wrestling on the podcast. But we're going to be talking about a lot of other things too. So it should be fun.
Yeah. Like you said, I've been podcasting for quite a while. Just quick introduction. I started out doing it in my college dorm as a freshman with my roommate.
And now you're in your closet.
And now I'm in a homemade studio closet. Yes. It's
like the Jeffersons.
Much better though.
You're moving on up.
All right. This is Jeff Townsend. Thanks for checking out the Austin Aries Show here on YouTube. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe to it and share it with all your friends. There are plenty of more videos for you to check out in the meantime. And this content, of course, is available on all podcast listening platforms. If you want to learn more about the show, go to austinariesshow.com.